big time.
There's a lot happening. And I want to show you the odds for this year's Skills Challenge. So take a look here. Vegas, Spencer, has you winning the whole thing again tomorrow night. Are you as confident as they are?
Oh, of course. You got to bet on yourself. Like, that's the story of my career.
Right? Well, that is true. Certainly in more ways than one, and we'll get to that later. How do you guys think that he shapes up against the other people you see in there?
I think he shapes up well. I don't have him to win it. I mean, he shapes up well. I don't have him to win it. But I think I think he will be a finalist. But I got Shea.
All right.
I got Shea winning. Shea
I'm going to
Gill.
play a little bit off of T-Mac. I don't have you winning. I know you got skills. And I'm not going to tell you who I'm picking.
Oh, all right. Well, here's the thing. Your whole life, you have proved doubters wrong.
Yeah.
There you go. 2 Hall of Famers right there.
Exactly. Got to do it.
Get a little motivation for tomorrow. I got you.
I am a fan of Shea, though, so not that bad.
So there you go. Spence, I want to ask you about the Nets. Kobe. See, we were just talking about Kobe before the break because, of course, he was your favorite player growing up. I want to ask you about your current teammate, though, Kyrie Irving. He's out right now, but is expected back from that knee injury pretty soon. You were originally coming off the bench for him this season, but you played so well. What do you think is the way when you are both healthy to the Nets best use you guys?
I think it's going to continue to evolve. One of the things about our season so far, it hasn't just been Kyrie hurt. It's been, a laundry list of injuries, and so that's what's made it tough. Our lineup has not been consistent really in any sense, and so we all have to continue to come together. We're looking forward to hopefully a healthy stretch in these last 28 or so games before the playoffs.
So, Spencer, a lot has been made of Kyrie. People's questioning his leadership.
Yeah.
What has he brought to the Brooklyn Nets?
Well, obviously, he's won a championship, so he knows what it's like to play at the very highest level, and he instills that type of work ethic in the group and that type of long-term focus, which is big time. And then, obviously, he's one of the most dynamic scorers in the league, so he just raised our talent level from where we previously were as a group as a whole, right? Him and KD, I mean, they're 2 elite-level talents.
Let me ask you this. You're about winning, right?
Yeah.
So Kyrie comes back, and you've been playing well. But if Kenny comes to you and asks you, Spencer, we need you to come off the bench.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have to stagger your minutes and Kyrie, both of you playing at the same time. Like through the first 3 quarters, we're going to have to stagger you guys. Would you be okay with that? What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of it. That's kind of been part of my journey in the NBA. Obviously, I'd rather start. I feel like I'm talented enough and good enough to do that. But, you have to do what's best for the team. And then also, in a lot of ways, it's cliche, but it's not about who starts, it's about who finishes. And if I'm part of that lineup that gives the best chance to win the game, then, all will be handled hopefully with the wins.
So you set him up a little bit because you started with that, hey, you're about winning, right? I'm going to flip it on you. What if someone ever asked you to come off the bench?
Early in my career, I have no problem, but as I merge as a star, hell no.
Well, I got one other question for you.
No.
Last season, it was obvious you were one of the leaders of the team.
Yeah.
Then you had D'Lo. This season, I'm kind of trying to find out through looking and viewing who's the real leader of your team.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, KD and Kyrie are those guys. And that's part of what makes it tough with the injuries, right? Like, they lead very well by example in terms of their work with their rehab, their championship acumen, all their previous experiences. It would just obviously be nice if they were playing. That's just kind of what it is, but it's through no fault of theirs. I mean, you can't control injuries. That's, knock on wood, just kind of the way that life happens sometimes.
We do expect both of them to be playing by next season. And that's going to bring 2, as you said, championship caliber guys, but it's going to bring a whole lot more pressure on you guys and a lot of focus on chemistry, right? Because these are 2 guys who on their previous teams, there were chemistry issues. People are going to say, was it their fault? Did they bring it with it? Was it not their fault? Maybe they'll have great chemistry next year, but people are going to ask, right?
For sure.
So what do you expect and what pressure do you expect when all those microscopes are focused on you?
Well, I mean, I think part of it is maybe blown out of proportion a little bit just because they're so polarizing. But also I think it's the benefit of them being best friends along with DeAndre Jordan. I think the accountability has to be sky high, right, for them. Because if you're the nucleus, you're the group, you guys are the best friends, you're our leaders, you're the people with the highest level of experience, championship for those 2, and then, long playoff runs for the Clippers with DJ, then you have to lead us, as being the younger statesmen on the Nets, like we're going to look to you, and they've done a great job so far. Like I said, it would just be nice if they were, playing.
Wait, you'd like it if KD was playing on your team? That's so revolutionary.
Yeah, exactly. Like one of the best scorers of all time.
Right, exactly.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.